Oh la la. Watch and discover the French reporter rocking the field, buzz to reveal her mic at hand, taking a stand, celebs interviews.
Bonjour, this is Jackie, the French reporter, now on the scene. Hello everyone, this is Jackie, the French reporter for Eye on LA. We are here at the Castaway in Burbank where the 42nd annual Saturn Award is taking place. They're all here tonight showcasing all the talent, the writing, directing, acting, you name it, we have it for you. Don't go anywhere, we'll be right back after a quick break with Dr. Caity.
This is Dr. Caity. Let's get better together.
Right here. Yeah.
Just smack. Do you want to touch it? You want to touch it? It was right there. Thank you.
What's the meaning of the Saturn Award compared to other awards?
What I love most about the Saturn Awards is that you're allowed to commingle and talk with everybody.
It's all for the big geeks out there, the big nerds that love sci-fi films and appreciate what it takes to make them.
The celebration of horror, sci-fi, and fantasy films.
If you like, Ewoks and zombies and fairy princesses and whatever your thing is, it is here. It is here, and I love that.
And everybody's so friendly. And as opposed to the Academy Awards.
Because it's local to Los Angeles and not based in Europe or any other part of the world, we get to feature more of our stars, writers, producers, directors, right here in Hollywood.
Tonight they're also doing an award for theater and live productions, which is awesome.
I'm a huge science fiction fan, a geek, a lover of fantasy and science fiction, and the Saturn Award acknowledges and pays homage to all of these genre films.
The Academy of Science Fiction, Fantasy, and Horror. I mean, it's so great that the geeks and the horror fans and the sci-fi fans have their own event.
I am thrilled. I was unsure what to expect, and then I saw all the characters from Star Wars, and I'm like, that's what I get to expect. So I'm curious to see what's going to be on the inside when I get in there.
It's a celebration of all things fantasy and sci-fi and horror.
It's fun, it's exciting, it's awesome to see, my fellow castmates here, and it's just a cool opportunity. These genres, horror and fantasy and sci-fi, they don't get as much recognition as they deserve. They get looked over a lot.
Am I hearing a French accent?
Yes, you are.
Moi aussi.
Yeah. Ah oui, vous parlez français?
Bah oui.
Wow.
Alors, ladies and gentlemen, right here, Benoit from France, right here at the Castaway for the 42nd Saturn Award. Tell me your favorite horror or sci-fi movie.
As far as sci-fi, I continue to believe that The Wizard of Oz is a sci-fi film. I really do. You meet so many strange and wonderful and unusual characters.
It's called X, The Man with the X-Ray Eyes, and it's with Ray Milland, and it was made a long time ago, and it's a classic film, and so that's the film that I'm supporting tonight.
I'm sorry, I'm chewing gum. I'll put it in my ear.
My favorite horror movie, The Exorcist. The original Exorcist, it was incredible.
Star Wars was big for me. Luke Skywalker, always dreamed of him, so I think the kid kind of came from that a little bit.
Oh, the Star Wars, hands down. I'm such a huge Star Wars fan. Yeah, that's my fave.
The Dark Secret of Harvest Home, which I don't know if you classify it as a horror movie, but it's got Bette Davis, and she's got a pair of scissors, and she cuts people's tongues out.
2001 Space Odyssey.
Yes.
I'm a big Stanley Kubrick fan. I have so much respect for the attention to detail that he puts in and the psychological existentialism of it all. So I would say that's in my top films.
Hello, French reporter.
Hello.
Oui, oui.
Bonsoir.
Bonsoir.
Bonjour, comment allez-vous?
French reporter.
French reporter.
Finally. They're coming from another space. What character did you play that was so challenging in that genre?
You know, people say to me, is it hard to play a bad guy, Malcolm Merlin? I don't find it difficult. There's probably a little bad side, naughty side deep down in me.
Well, often I've dealt with monsters and crazy circumstances that don't exist. You know, there's CG or green screen.
Right.
So I think that's the challenge.
You know, I played one of the 3 witches in Percy Jackson, Sea of Monsters, that film, and we had a lot of prosthetics. So that was very challenging because we had our eyes covered a lot of the times. Our entire bodies were covered in prosthetics, so that was very challenging.
To believe. And then also, you know, you hope that the director is telling you the truth because they can make you look like a real idiot, which has happened.
But I loved playing Captain Jack Harkness. He was a hero. I don't look at them as being hard or challenging because this is what I've always wanted to do since I was a little boy.
What would you change in the industry if you could change one thing?
More access for leading roles for minorities.
I would probably put a lot more risk takers in decision-making positions.
Equality, male-female, that would be my, for sure, total equal.
More stories that have social relevance on the big studio level.
More women roles, but also that's being talked about and it should be talked about. But
have much more diverse casting, show TV shows and films which represent the world today.
More stories for women front and center.
Don't just bank on money. Don't let fear make your decisions for you.
the types of female roles as well should be as broad as the spectrum of the types of male roles. But then also behind the camera. I want to see more female directors and I want to see more female head writers.